Hey yo. All right, let's get back into it, folks. Let's get right back into it, folks. Little recap. Last stream we started coloring, so we colored all of this. I also drew both Vulture and the Numachi up here. Yeah, made a lot of progress. We're gonna finish coloring today, certainly, and we'll probably draw or at least sketch out a lot of the underwater stuff. But again, I was kind of unsure on what we were gonna do with that, so we'll see. I think real quick, I'm gonna put on my Instagram story we're live, you know. Let me put it on Streamlabs here. Excuse me, y'all. It'll just be a minute. All right. Okay. It's nice and rainy here in Wisconsin, at least where I'm at. So this kind of music is a little bit of a vibe. It's a little colder today, unfortunately. It appears to finally start getting cold. I think it's gonna warm up again a little bit, but usually around this time of year it starts getting colder. Usually earlier in the year even, but all of September was hot. Early October so far has been hot. So no complaints, you know. But yeah, let's get going here. We're gonna color all of this background first. So what we're gonna do in the meantime, one thing that's kind of standing out to me is that I want this dirt color to be a little darker. So I'm just gonna go to images, adjustments, hue saturation. A lot of times I do this with the arrow keys and just like put it down. I think something like that looks pretty good. I might even now kind of take some saturation off of this grass color here too. Maybe make it a little darker. It's very, very nominal. You can barely even tell, honestly. Until you hit Control Z and see how different it looks. Or if you hit Control Shift Z and redo it. So you go back and forth. So anyway, now that we have this new dirt color, I'm gonna take this color. We're gonna hide the foreground and the midground and start focusing on the background here. We're also gonna hide Vulture and the Numachi for now. And I'm actually gonna hide the background because like I said last stream, there's sort of like two layers really. Sorry, let me switch this song. This song is like, it seemed like the keys were all over the place on that one. Okay, so anyway, these are also like dirt mounds, like the color I just stole. Actually, I should also steal this color now too, so I have it. Whoops. So we're gonna color in this dirt color here. Name this dirt color. Forgot I chose that new color there. So we're gonna do this. And once again, for anyone watching, we are working on art for the cartoon I plan to one day make called Vulture of Laruke. An action-adventure series following a nomadic traveler through a strange world. The nomadic traveler being Vulture. And this scene particularly is called the Numachi because in this scene, Vulture is being hunted by the Numachi. And today I'm probably going to be streaming a little later than I have been. I usually have been streaming like 1 to 5-ish, or 1:30 to 5-ish, 1:30 to, you know, somewhere around there, 3.5 hours. I'm thinking I'm going to stream a little longer today because I don't have much else to do and it's cold and rainy. And I want to get a lot of progress done on this. I might stream tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. Alright, now I'm also going to hide the water and the underwater. That way you can see this thin line here that I have to fill in. Alright, that looks good. Let's name this grass color. And we are probably going to make this dirt color a little lighter because as objects get further in a scene, we'll say, they tend to get lighter. I forgot what the actual term is. I think it's... Let me look it up before I misspeak. Atmospheric perspective. So atmospheric perspective is important to implement in your art. Basically, if things are closer, they're going to be darker, and as they get further away, it's almost like it gets like foggier in a sense, which we're probably going to add some fog also towards the end once we're done with shadows and highlights and all that. We'll add like some like foggy effects, misty maybe. There's a few ways you can do that. Okay, so that's separate. Good to know. Honestly, we should probably make that grass a different color anyway, so. But yeah, it's gonna be a pretty chill stream. We're just coloring things in as I ramble about, you know, whatever. Pretty straightforward. Of course, there's still sort of an educational element to what I'm doing. If people are interested in digital art in any capacity, because I will walk you through different effects, different methods, things like that. Nothing too crazy, but definitely, in my opinion, noteworthy if you're new to this kind of thing. Let me label this grass, because I never labeled that. This is also grass, okay. So once again, we're gonna steal some colors from the midground here, or rather the foreground this time. Because we want this grass color. And there's a couple different layers of grass here, so we're just gonna probably do all of them separately. But let's just do grass color. And the reason we do them separately is because they're sort of in different in different depths. Some are further away. For instance, some of them are behind here, but some of them, some grass is in front of this, and some is behind this. But these are still behind here, and I guess it doesn't matter because none of them are in front of this. But some are behind here and here, so we have to take that into account. And it's best to just draw them separately than to cut them from the color layer and paste them onto another one later. And if that's complicated and convoluted, it's because I made it sound very complicated and convoluted, but it's not. Alright, now because there's so many grass layers, just to keep track of which ones that we're doing, I'm just going to make them a little transparent. And this is going to look ugly while we're coloring it, because it kind of overlaps. And it's going to look weird, but you just have to make sure that the edge of this goes past this gray transparent line here. But also that it stays within this second line. Okay, all those should be good, and then we got a couple here. Now, for now, I'm just gonna color in this different plant I made here. I don't really know, it kind of looks like a head of lettuce or something, or like a cabbage. I'm not really sure what I drew. I kind of just drew it to make something kind of unique in the environment. Ultimately, I'm just gonna color it with this color for now, but it probably will be a different color, because you don't want it kind of looking just like I put less effort in. You want to make it look like it's a different kind of thing entirely. Okay, so we can make these solid again, and it looks fine now because the outline covers the edges of the green. Okay, now we have a couple more layers of grass here. So we're gonna do this, so once again you can tell which ones you're coloring in. Careful not to get past that edge there. Okay, and now that we know kind of the remaining grass that we have to color in, we don't even really need to make this one transparent. We're just gonna name this color. Although realistically, these two layers we could probably merge together. The one that really matters is just this one and making sure it's in front of these two masses here. And even at this current point, these are not in front, and they should be. That looks good. Oh, what is this grass though? Is this just part of something else? Okay, yeah. Oh, and that too. Okay, so we're gonna do another grass. Layer for this real quick. And then we might as well just do these mushrooms real quick and color this mass here. So, steal these colors once again. Hide this. Okay, so I do need to fix this line right here. Okay, just name this cap color. Use this brown once again. Beautiful, okay. So now we gotta color this dirt mountain again, which means we should really hide this one in the front here, which would be so I think this is all one. We gotta okay, this is a separate one. So we're gonna take that out. Okay. We'll just name this front mound, I guess. 'Cause that's the one that's in the front. Let's see here. We'll just hide that for now. For the sake of just being able to move this later, I'm just gonna fill this in so it looks proper, even though it probably will not matter because the composition has that other rock covering it, but still do it anyway because it's not a real big deal. Okay, I believe this is the dirt color and this is the grass color. So let's do this dirt color here. Just make sure on the right layer. Ultimately, you know, I can just do this to make it easier because the grass color is obviously going to be on a separate layer. So I'm not going to go in and out of all of those blades of grass because that's time consuming. Because I already will have to do that for sure when I'm coloring the grass. So I might as well just not deal with it. Save myself some time. Okay, beautiful. Now we're gonna do grass color. Select this green again. Say for the most part this is done. I think I'm just gonna color this a different color right away. We'll just name it cabbage color, I guess, because it kind of looks like a cabbage. Cauliflower or something. We'll just make it like a paler, lighter green. looks a little better. And then we're just gonna color in this rock right away since it's kind of just sitting there ready to get colored. But we're gonna real quick steal this rock color. And then hide this once again. Now we're already on this rock color layer. And it's probably important to mention that most artists probably don't have this many layers. Let's see how many layers I'm at. And this isn't the real number because I actually had a lot more layers before I started this project because I had the next few art pieces sketches. But it's probably pretty, yeah, no, there's no way it's 748. I'd say we're probably at like 200 layers or something like that, but I could be wrong. But anyway, so we colored that rock here, so we're in pretty good shape so far. I'm thinking we should, let's get this tree out of the way. Let's color this tree. Now this is like a swampy tree, very kind of dark and soggy looking, I would say. So I'm gonna say like a really dark brownish green. Very low saturation. Something like that probably. Might even need to make it darker, to be honest. It's probably good. I also want to add that, like, anytime I stream, like, I'm always down to talk about, you know, anything really. Especially, you know, whatever new artists are dropping music, stuff like that. I mean, shit, really, whatever. Music production, even though I'm not working on that right now, but. Maybe the current rap game. Another thing, also, you know, when I think of this color, sometimes you can just look at it and think it's like a black color. Obviously, it's not 100% black, because if you did, then you couldn't see that. If it was, you couldn't see that outline. So you don't want that ever. At least I don't want that ever. I guess everybody's different as an artist, but yeah. I'm just gonna make this layer tree here. That way I can move it if I need to. Alright, now we're going to color this in once again. Name it a dirt color though. Not just color, so I know specifically what I'm working with here, and then we're just gonna steal this color again. Now usually when it comes to stuff kind of like in front of what you're coloring, like these grass blades, you would want to either hide that layer so you could kind of see behind. Because they're so thin, like it really doesn't matter, you know exactly where the line goes, so I'm not gonna worry about it, obviously. But if there was like a big rock here, I would probably hide that rock layer. Make sure everything is above the grass line there. Beautiful. Okay, fill that in. Once again, grab this dark green color, which again, like it's not necessarily going to be the final color we use, especially since when, like I said, when things get further back, they get lighter. But what's important right now is that we fill in these boundaries here. That way we can color it whatever we want later, and we don't have to refill in the boundaries. We just change the color basically. So this is, in a sense, this is the hard work for coloring, which is still very, very easy, really. It gets messy when you're in a rush and you're coloring on the wrong layers, and you're maybe you don't have a lot of time, so you're coloring on the same layers purposely to make things easier. Then you have to like cut certain colors out of layers, and it's like really messy. So that's something you want to avoid. But I've certainly run into that when trying to get assets ready and things like that. I also wish I exported a version of this once I finished inking, because what I like to do is I like to kind of make I kind of like to show the progress. Luckily, because I'm streaming, even though my first stream was really broken, I'm gonna take all of my streams and speed them up like like thousands of times, so that, you know, 12 hours, probably more than 12 hours, probably like 16 to 20 hours of streaming gets condensed into like a few minutes. But that is something that will be happening further down, much further down the line. Okay, so it looks like we colored all of this. We got the tree, we got the front mound as well. So in terms of these background rocks, I guess this first half of the background layer, I think we're good. We might need to add details to the tree, like tree bark. We might need to add some more like ridges in these mounds here, like this one has, because these do look a little less detailed in comparison.
Yeah, can I take it?
We'll name this left mound. Cool. We'll name this, yeah, this one's front mount. We'll just, whoops. We'll just name this rock for now. That's fine. I think it's... name this right mount. Just make sure everything's good there. So yeah, ideally things aren't perfect anyway if I wanted to move these things. Oh, I need to make the front mount way higher there so it covers that. Alright, looking pretty good. But yeah, we might as well just link this grass to the right mount here. Put that in front of the right mount here. Alright, I think it's safe to say that this is at least done for now. I like focusing on details later when I see the full picture. So, you know, if I didn't automatically think to add details, there's not really a reason to yet, but I will add them later. So let's just make this folder called BG Rocks. And then this is our last our last like full layer in terms of foreground, middle ground, background. This is our last like full set layer, I guess. Now this one's gonna be a little complicated though, because as you can see, there are a lot of parts that don't have like borders, and we gotta kind of figure out which layers are which, because I knew I know that I drew a lot of things in the same layer purposely to make it easier, but that also kind of makes it more difficult to kind of color here. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it layer by layer. We're gonna do bush color, and we're gonna choose a pretty dark green, something like this grass color, and then probably just make it more desaturated and a little darker. Although it will be further away. Either way, we can change it later. It actually will probably end up being lighter than that. But for now, we'll just leave it. We'll leave it. And the best way, since it doesn't have a border, is to kind of just point A to point B it when coloring. Maybe even extrude it a little bit, just in case. Kind of just like follow through where you think it would go, in case you have to. Okay, let's do tree trunk color, I guess. And we'll just take this brown color for now. Then yeah, just make sure it goes over that bush color. Alright, we'll just put that in a folder, just name it far BG bushes. Okay, BG details. So there's a lot of different colors we're gonna have for this layer. We'll start with the bush color again. We'll use the same color just to make it easy. Now with this, I think we're just gonna go like this. So we don't have to do anything too. I don't know why I can't talk today. We don't have to do anything too crazy for the bottom. Just a nice straight line as we kind of worry about the top end of this. And so since the bushes are pretty much the furthest back thing, that's why we're worrying about this first, and then we're going to kind of color over that. Makes it a lot easier that way. Another thing too is let's say I was making this as like a background for an actual like episode of the cartoon or something. The back layer, let's say you're doing like parallax, which is when like the front layer and the middle layer move to make it look like more three-dimensional. The back layer doesn't need to move that much, if at all. It has a lot more to do with the front and middle layer, so the front layer would be a lot bigger and the middle layer would be a little bigger. I don't know the dimensions exactly on what like the standard is, but yeah. So making the back layer like this, kind of all one drawing in a lot of senses, even though there's obviously multiple layers, but making it, you know, making multiple elements on the same layer like this is a little better. To do it in the foreground and the midground is a lot less intuitive. Alright, let's use this trunk color again. And now we have to be kind of careful about these borders because now we're coloring over this color. And for instance, this tree is behind the bush. So when there's a border like this, we can't color over it or it won't look right. Whereas here there's no border, so we just color until we reach the border. These trees I'll probably desaturate a little bit, but we'll see. I still probably have to change the color of these bushes and stuff too, so it'll be a little bit of a process, but nothing crazy. Like I said, also we'll probably add some fog to make it add even more depth than there already will be, so would be really cool. I don't know why I was thinking this was like another trunk here. That doesn't really make sense. Started coloring that in. Now this one doesn't have a border at all, so I'm just gonna kind of drop it very low. Kind of just do something like this and follow this border here. I'm kind of noticing that I sometimes draw things like a little ADHD like, or like when I color things, because like I didn't finish this and I just like started the next thing. And I often do that with like my drawings and stuff too. Like I'll be like, oh, this is an idea, and then I start drawing that instead of what I'm working on, finishing what I'm working on. And I think that has a lot to do with me just like having a really bad memory, so I'll forget things. So if I get the idea, I just do it right away. But then I usually forget what I was working on in the first place. And what I'm doing to fill this in so quickly, right now I'm using the brush, which is the B key. I should really bring this down further, like that. Just do that off rip. So I use the B key, and then when I want to fill it, I just switch to the G key, which is the fill bucket tool. Then I fill the white space, and then I just clean up the residuals. And I often have to erase, and that is the E key. For like when I do stuff like that, then I just hit E, erase. These pens, there's a lot of different options you can have with the buttons here, and there's also buttons on this tablet that I'm using. I don't use either of those personally. I think I'm like really clunky with my hands, so typically, well, I disabled all the buttons on here so that way I can just kind of draw freely and not worry about accidentally pressing something, because I usually do accidentally press stuff, so just makes things even more complicated. Yeah, now we're gonna color these rocks. I think, yeah, there's some grass and mushrooms that I have to color as well, so a little bit of a process here just for this one layer. something like this. Now this one is going to have a lighter color as well, but we're just going to color it all in. I'll do it with the grass too. Because ultimately it doesn't matter, we're going to color the grass over. Just to make sure I didn't lose anything here, just color that in more. Okay, no more rocks. Control save. Alright, now we gotta, let's get the foreground again, because I remember there was one rock that had a lighter color here. So we're gonna select that lighter color. We're gonna hide the foreground once again. Now we're gonna color in this lighter color. Okay, that's good. Alright, now we're going to do the grass color once again. I believe that's this color. Let's bring it down past this rock color, although I really don't think it's going to matter, but I'm often wrong, so that's why we do it. Okay, beautiful. And then this is the stem and the cap colors, so we're gonna do that for this mushroom here. We'll do cap color first. Stem color. Okay, now this one should be done. We're definitely gonna have to add some details to these trees later, but that's all right. Now I'm gonna make this a layer and call it BG details, because that's what the ink layer is called. Beautiful. So now we have both of those. Okay, bush detail. Okay, so we do have bush detail. Wait, so we do have tree details, right? Okay. Yeah, I thought I did those before. All right, beautiful. Then we don't have to worry about it. We're just gonna add both of these. Whoops. To here. That way it's all together. Waterline. I did not mean to select here. Okay, BG horizon. Now this is going to go in between these two, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it going to go in front of both of them? Oh, it is going to go in front of both of them. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Maybe one line goes in front, one line goes behind, because this is definitely not supposed to be intersecting here. Yeah, so we're going to cut this in half. I don't know why I didn't realize this. So we're gonna Control X, Control Shift V, and we'll name this one Far BG Horizon, I guess. And put this behind here. Yeah, that looks a lot better. That makes way more sense. Okay, so now both of these are each gonna have their own separate color. I'm thinking we do something a little lighter than this. Something like that. Okay. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'll just do that. Okay, so we're gonna do that, do this. And to get rid of that white space, just make the brush really big because you're gonna definitely get it all if you just follow along the line there. Okay, that's one color. Now we need to get a lighter color. I'm just gonna name this Horizon color, or we'll name it ground color. Makes sense. Just name this ground color too, I guess. Don't really matter. Let's just make this one. Actually, we need to make this one darker. We'll do something like this, I guess. Beautiful. All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it so big. Make the brush a little smaller so I can follow more precisely. So as you can see, it's kind of just covering up all of that extended stuff we were worried about. And now I'm not exactly sure. I think all the mounds are covering all of this. And I think it probably covers like all of these, like up to all these, the ends of these lines here. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make it go straight across like that and just call it a day. So then we're gonna fill this. Oops. Fill all of this in. Okay, beautiful. It looks like we got both of our fucking background layers done. We could also add kind of like a skybox. Whoops. Just name it sky for now. I want it to appear like we're really deep in the swamp here. So I don't want the background to necessarily be like white. Maybe we could do something like we'll see. White actually might look pretty good. I definitely don't want it to look blue for sure. Something like that could be good, if not white. Little lighter. So yeah, something like this I think is pretty good. You don't want it too dark. But now that we have everything drawn out, oh, I didn't do this tree yet though. Let's do this tree real quick. I think I want to make this the same color as the tree from this layer. So I'm gonna grab this, just hit undo. And now that I have like these background colors, it kind of is apparent to me that I do have to make this a little darker because it looks a lot more. I want it to look like almost black. And it's really like an army green right now. But for the time being, let's just unhide all this. Let's put the Numachi behind the mid ground here. Whoops. Okay, let's put him behind the BG rocks. Okay, so that's where he fits on here. Let's now show all this. Now all of these are going to go in front of the background. So this is what we're rocking with. Now that we have all these like roughly colored, I definitely want to make the colors a lot darker. And I also feel like there's some space that needs to be filled over here, over here, over here. That kind of just makes it look a little weird. Real quick though, I'm gonna see. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Okay. So I'm thinking we put the water line over here. No. Okay, all this grass right here we might need to put on. Might need to put further down here. Maybe behind, yeah. I think that looks good. And now in terms of this is sticking out a little bit, so we gotta take this green out of here. Whoop. What's happening? Take that out of here. Okay, now this water is at 80% opacity, so we need to fix that. Put it to 100. Grab that color once again, fill that in, and then we put it back to 80. And then the underwater section here is also not filled in here, so we're gonna do that. Control save once again. Okay, so now we need to color in the Numachi because we have yet to do that. So everything in front of the Numachi needs to get, we're just gonna name this water. Everything in front of the Numachi needs to get hidden. And honestly, probably everything behind it as well. So just name this grass section, I guess. And now we need to bring up the Numachi reference once again to get the colors. We could hide this one. I don't think we were going to need that again. Okay, so I said we start with the gun. And honestly, we should actually color each part of this individually. So I think I'm just going to do the gun right away. I do need the gun reference as well, though. Do I still have that? Yeah. Now it's not perfect because it is missing some colors here, but we'll improvise and we'll just choose colors very similar to what it is in my original art. I don't know why, again, this one doesn't have some colors here, but man. Let's grab this color. Okay, let's click back on the gun here. We're gonna name this gun black because there's different colors within this gun. It's mainly gonna be black, silver, and then there will be like, I guess, acid color and glass color. But let's just color it all in with black for the time being because that's the main color of the gun. And this is the trigger guard, so that part doesn't have color in it whatsoever. Let's also real quick just fix this small portion right here. Okay, for the glass color, I can't make this, I guess, untransparent. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put that under, fill that in as white, just solid white, and then just kind of choose our opacity, how we feel it should look. I'm thinking something like 60. I feel like that's pretty solid. Name this scope lens color, but I want that to be different than this color here, or should it? I don't think it really needs to be. No, I don't think it does need to be. Okay, we'll just fill that in on this layer as well. And then underneath that, we can draw acid. So we'll actually just draw acid real quick. I don't know how much detail we're gonna be able to get with, yeah. 10-point font, we could actually probably lower it a little bit. And then we'll just have to choose a really similar acid color as well to the art. Ultimately, no one's probably even going to see that detail, so it really doesn't matter too much. I'm just going to kind of tweak it though still, regardless. Make it more green, maybe more like a limey green. Well, I guess I could choose this green, have it be exact. It's not like there's obviously a difference, but we'll just merge down acid color. Okay, then we're gonna do, what is this layer here? Okay, there's nothing in there. Cool. We're gonna use this for the gray color. Now we have to find a good gray color. I think we're gonna just use this gray color. Honestly, I feel like that's probably the exact same one I used for this on here on the final work. So we're just gonna do this. I just don't recall. Let me just look at my work real quick and just see which parts of it I colored that color. Okay, so you can't see my screen right now, but essentially there's actually two grays, to be honest. So there's a darker gray for the buttons that I can't even draw because of detail, and then there's a lighter gray for the rim around the scope on both sides. Which, yeah, neither one of those is even really seen in these details, so I'm gonna just go ahead and make that a little darker of a gray to match. And actually, this gray right here is actually black, so I'm just gonna leave it like that, and that's our gun right there, nice and colored. So we can get rid of that reference. And then move on to the next part of the Numachi. So I'm just gonna put all these together, call this gun. That's done. And we're gonna get this out of the way. Actually, I'm gonna do his cape first. That makes more sense. Since it is the furthest back and it's the easiest part to kind of color in, because there's just one color. And if I have to hide it, then I will, but I'm not really sure. I might have to hide it because I might miss some parts coloring it if I think they're already colored in, but it's just the cape kind of peeking through. So we'll see, we'll see. Okay. See, now I don't really know what his ribcage color is. Let's go back to references. Maybe it'll reveal itself here. No. Okay, so let's pull this one out and see. So the ribcage is essentially the same color as the face plate right here and here on this guy, at least. So I'm thinking this is gonna be the color of his ribcage, which is honestly probably this color as well. So I think we're gonna hide the cape for now. And we're gonna name this green. We'll name it Army Green. And this is multiple different parts to his body, this color. So that's gonna be this, that's gonna be this, this. I'm gonna skip this song here, it's a little loud. Alright, now the big question is, okay, so this is a darker green than this. But is this the same color as this? I feel like it is, but it doesn't look like it because the pixels are making it weird. I don't know if it'll even matter, honestly. I really don't. But we'll keep that in mind, that those are like the straps or the rivets or whatever. So yeah, those are the same color. These are that color. Now the shin guard things here have some more details that I missed. So we're gonna try to fill these in quick. Now I don't think these are even gonna be visible, so it's probably not that big of a deal ultimately. And there's definitely no way I'm gonna get the little ridges details, so we're just gonna color this. The same color here. And the shoes as well are this color. Alright, let's just do this lighter color because it's going to be a little less confusing. Just name it light green, but I think there's another green that looks pretty similar to this army green. So we're going to have to figure something out there, but this will be easy, this part. So we got, basically, this is all just going to be light green. We'll just do that because I don't think any of that part is going to show. Let's get our other reference out here. Let's get this out. So this little like collarbone kind of part is the dark green. Let's do the dark green then. So we're gonna grab this color here, and then we're gonna do dark green. So this is all dark green. Real quick, I'm gonna fix this because this has been bugging me. It's that little piece right there. Select the dark green again. Add that to here. Goes all the way up to the neck and the collarbone. Now I think we can make his rib color this light green. I've never actually drawn sort of a Numachi with like exposed ribs. So I think we're just gonna do that. Let's look at this other reference here for his shoulder. So the other reference shows that his shoulder is gonna be the dark green, and then most of his arm is gonna be the main green color. So we're gonna do this, and then we're once again gonna select the dark green, do that. I think we should honestly just put the dark green here as well, and I don't see any white space to fill that in, but we'll do that. Yeah, because this is dark green right here. So as you can see, this color right here is sort of in between this dark color and this army green. So we're going to select this color, and I think we use that for the hat here. And we might need to use it on the arm in some way. But for now, we're going to name this. We'll just name it other green. Really not that much darker than army green. It's just another green. It's a weird other green. It's a secret other green. So we're gonna see with the K. This is Bachi. Of course, it's not the full Numachi because he also has this, and then he has this other arm. So we're gonna need to hide this, and then I think we're good to hide this, and then this is gonna be a whole other thing. So looking up here, we got light green, army green, dark green, other green. So I'm thinking we just go down by the brightness, I guess. So we'll just do light green first and So this reference that I have is actually pretty nice because it shows the hand, the forearm thing, and that little detail right there all as light green, which is most of what we're looking at right here, here, and here. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay. We'll do army green. Which is this. I don't want to steal colors from this because this has been sort of edited, so it's already kind of a little different. So army green is like this midsection here. It's the little circle thing, and then it's the other part of the bicep. So we're gonna do this, this, and we might as well just fill this part in right here. Okay, we're gonna do, I guess, other green, which is gonna be these two straps, I believe, and then, oh, maybe the shoulder's the other green as well. I think it is, yeah, because it's definitely not as dark as that. So we might have to fix the shoulder on the other part. We'll just do this. And then, lastly, we'll do dark green for the hand. Dark green. Nice, nice. We'll hide this reference. We'll show this once again. We'll erase this, choose the other green. Solid, solid. I think we can hide this boy now. We also have to give him some white eyes. Good. And then the gun looks pretty clean. Obviously he's a little hard to discern all of his details, but it ultimately doesn't matter because he's kind of elusive anyway. Kind of want him to look like that. We're gonna make a folder and call this arm, and we'll show everything we got so far. I mean, we pretty much got all of the coloring done, but we really need to do a serious overhaul with the underwater part. So that's gonna be, you know, pain. I think we could even move this first off, let's make this a little darker. Just a tad. So I'm thinking we go minus 30 on that. We're gonna have to make a lot of this darker, by the way, so that is a little bit of a pain, I can't lie. And I'm probably gonna add some more details back here. So this is what we're gonna do. We still have this to-do layer. We're gonna add to this to-do layer here because we are gonna need to add some things to make it look a little fuller. Maybe add some plants up front here to kind of be in the foreground. Some bushes, things like that. As you can see, sometimes I like to kind of sketch out my to-do a little bit. I think it makes it a little easier. It's almost like a all-in-one revision layer. So I'm thinking we do something like this. Maybe add another rock right here. Another tentacle plant thing right here. Whoops. I don't know why I'm taking so long. I'm trying so hard on this reference here, but make a couple of smaller rocks. So I think I'm actually going to sketch out these water lines now instead of just having that kind of hang there. So the thing is, what we have to remember is that Vulture is partially underwater here. Actually, I think before we even do that, we should kind of sketch out what this is going to look like. Just to see how deep the water kind of goes. So yeah, basically, you know, Vulture would be kind of submerged about, you know, this height. So I think now I'm gonna draw water lines, and then we're gonna do another sketch layer for all the stuff underwater. So I mean, you know, something like this. I like to draw kind of like a little bit of, I guess, like surface tension. Kind of circling things, making ripples around things as waves kind of slowly pass. Something like this. And that's why I waited to do this till after I drew Vulture. Now I'm not gonna lie, whenever you're kind of like incorporating bodies of water into your art, it is a little more work. You know, this is kind of a big first piece of art to come back to, because it is definitely going to take some time. Now I'm still, you know, kind of on my to-do layer, so I'm not gonna do like all of this. I just kind of want to get a rough idea. This isn't touching the ground. This is kind of like hovering. As you can see, kind of like as I'm drawing like the ripples, they kind of get more spread out the further they get. Less precise, more kind of scattered. Something like that. But anyway, I think I'm gonna chill on this for now. Gonna just make some real rough ones towards the back here, and then blah blah blah. I'm putting way too much time and effort into this to-do layer here. I'm gonna be right back though. I gotta go to the bathroom, so I'm just gonna do a little. Whoops. Alright folks, I'm back. Guess what? I forgot to mute the the Streamlabs music, so sorry that music was overlapping that whole time. My bad. But yeah, we're back. We made it. Went to the bathroom. King shit. Man, this Terraria ass music. Alright, let's see. What shall I do next then? So I'm seeing an issue here that I never. Whoa! Must have. I'm a goofball. Hold up. Alright, hold up. So for one, I'm gonna actually change this color a little bit. Let's bring the saturation down a little bit. Okay, I like that more. That's a cool color. Beautiful. I think I accidentally added plus 30 exposure instead of minus 30 to this. So that is my bad. But obviously I just changed this color anyway, so do it that way. Let's move the tree a little bit because I kind of want it. Whoops, and the details. Kind of don't want it to be blending in with the new Machin anyway, and he has some similar colors to that, so I think I'm gonna do something like that. Also to do, let's add details to just so I don't forget, because I will forget. Add a couple details. And to here as well. I think this one could use a couple also. Nothing crazy. But before I noticed that the tree was messed up, I noticed that this line was not going all the way. Which, hey, that's why we draw all the way down and kind of follow through, because, or color all the way down, because then I could fix that right away. So that's good. Now, I think I want to add even more bushes further back. And I want to add some potentially a little bit of grass back here. Kind of wonder if I should bring Vulture up a little bit. And alright, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna copy and paste. Make him a little bigger, move him a little further. Move him a little down. I think that looks better. Now the problem is that his outline is very thick now because I did that, which means I'll probably have to redraw him. Kind of just trace over all of this, and yeah, I don't know, it might not be too fun. There are workarounds, but they're not great. So I think I might need to fix that. We'll see. We're gonna hold off on that for now. We'll keep it there. Cause he got some grass blades behind him. Alright, so I think what we should do first here is we should hide. We should hide all this and make some super close foreground plants here. So that's what we're gonna do. This is increasingly becoming more complicated, and it will take a while for us to complete this. And when I have to keep adding things, or I have to do a lot of thinking power, I'm not gonna lie, it does burn me out a little bit, but that's okay. I think we're gonna do something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna just title this foreground plants 1. Behind that is going to be a layer of bushes. So I'm thinking something like this. place this more accurately. Okay. Behind that will be foreground plants 2, which will simply just be this and this, and behind that will be bushes 2. Which we will try to follow this as best as I can. We'll do this. I don't like this this curve right here, but it is probably going to be covered, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but let's do something like this. Kind of follow through there, here, fuck it. Looks good. All right. And what that means is that on my to-do, I can erase that now because it's really not needed because I drew it now. Now I probably am gonna have to draw some details on these plants and bushes and stuff, but we'll make it there for sure. We'll get there. Okay, now I will say I'm a little confused on what this stuff is off top. I think that's just tree details. Oh yeah, tree details and then details for each of these mounds here. So we're gonna have to bring this back here so I can actually tell what I'm drawing here. I think we can comfortably, we're gonna put this all here. Oh, I gotta turn my AC on. It's kind of getting a little warm in here with my hoodie. Don't feel like taking the hoodie off though. Back to business, let's get it. Let's go, in fact.
Take it down, booking.
So anyway, we're gonna hide this layer for now. We're gonna hide this for now. This and this. Okay. Now we're gonna put the to-do layer right here for now, I guess. And then let's get these details done. We're gonna do this on a separate layer than these details though. So let's do something like this. Just a couple little extra ridges here. Beautiful. And then we're just gonna name this mound details. Name it middle mound details because I remember we called it middle mound. And then we'll do left mound details. That bit, erase that off the to-do. All right. So we're gonna put both of these in here. Middle mound details. Okay, front mound. Okay, we named it front mound, not middle mound. That's all right. Change that. Throw it in there. It'll automatically go to the top of the layer, or the top of the folder. Left mound. Throw in the left mound folder there. All right, bet. All right, I'm actually. Just because I know what I'm doing here and I don't even really like the to-do that I drew here, I'm just gonna go right here, details, we'll just name it tree details I guess, I don't know. And just I just opened Google Chrome for no reason. I'm just gonna do some tree details here. And honestly, I'm gonna go to the tree itself and kind of follow through with that line there. Something like that. I think that looks pretty solid. Maybe like a little one right there. Sick. All right. Now I'm gonna hide all of that. We'll hide the Umachi for now. I don't really need to hide the water, but we're gonna put this over the background layer here. Draw this grass real quick. so we'll say that's good. Let's click on this to-do layer, erase all of this. But now there's a new issue, which is really not an issue, but we're gonna click on this ground color layer here, and we're gonna draw up to the tops of these grass blades, kind of sticking past the horizon line here. Just make sure those are all colored in. And now on the horizon line, we're gonna click on that, and then we're gonna erase within the bounds of these grass blades so that they poke out a little bit. Super easy fix. I think that looks pretty solid. Okay, so let's put the to-do back up to the top here. See what we need to do next. Okay. So I think for the background we're good. What is this layer? Okay, this is the grass that I didn't label. Just put it here in the background. Okay, these should all be good. Water should be good for now. What is this? Okay, so I'm thinking we add these blades of grass. This goes behind that rock though, so I don't know. That's alright. We're gonna add this one over here to this layer. And you don't really need to see too crazy, so I'm just gonna... Let's bring this to-do layer down, like I have been doing. Put it right here for now, I guess. Draw this grass over it. That was good. I guess I'll draw this lily pad right away too. And no, I'll put that separate. Okay, cool. Did not mean to add this on its own separate layer though. Okay, hold up. Things are getting convoluted over here. So we're gonna drag this down. We're gonna merge down. So now this is part of that layer. So we can officially remove this from the to-do layer here. Now this layer right here, we're gonna add this lily pad right above it. Kind of want the lily pad to be on a separate layer than the... And why are... Okay. So I... Oh lord. Okay. Why is this gray? Making a couple mistakes here, guys. I don't know when that even happened. I must have had the opacity wrong or something. But anyway, so this, we're gonna merge down. And then again, it's meant to be part of this, so we're gonna merge down once again. So that's all connected. We're gonna once again erase that, so that's good. We might as well just color this in right away, actually. So so that's good. That's part of that. Awesome, beautiful. Now, gonna make a lily pad. And then make sure that we're on the black brush here. So there's nothing weird going on. Do something like this. I feel like I should bring this out a little more. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So bring this little edge up a little bit. Beautiful. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and make rocks. Some extra rocks here. Okay, those are some rocks. Cool. Okay, let's once again go back to the to-do. Get rid of all of this since we have now drawn it. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, we're gonna go to this rock here. We're gonna move the to-do above this rock. And we're gonna draw these blades of grass, which again might be convoluted, but we have to put it in front of this rock here to add some depth. So I'm thinking something like that. Beautiful. Okay, let's just erase these right away. Let's also color them in right away. I'm just gonna name it grass patch because it's like a little baby patch of grass. Beautiful. I guess I'll just color these rocks in right away too. I might as well. I'll do the lily pad as well, but I don't have a color for it off rip, so I gotta go grab that from the foreground. But that's all right. Okay, let's unhide the foreground here. Grab lily pad color. Let's color that in. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And you see we are making a good effort to get rid of some of this to-do layer here. We should put it back to the top though, once again. So when we unhide all these layers, we can see what we still have to do. Okay, so there is another rock right here. I'm going to put this on a separate layer behind this one. What is this? Alright. So we're just gonna name this rock. Another thing you could do is you could always just bring the opacity down on the to-do layer if it's above the layer that you're drawing on. That way you can still kind of really see what you're doing. I think I'm just gonna do that for now on because it's a little less complicated. And then I could also just select it right away and erase this. Beautiful. We'll just add details right away as well. And we'll also color it right away as well. Right. Let's clean up that a little bit. So now, I mean, we just added so much to the edges here. We inked these. We still have to color them and add a little detail to them, but we did make a lot of progress in a short amount of time. I think we should also go ahead and make this. Let's try bringing down the opacity on the water here. Okay, so I think what we need to do is we need to take this underwater color and we need to make it much darker. I really want it to look a lot darker here. Do something like this for now, and then we should once again bring the opacity down on this. So I think that's like a much better color. Honestly, less saturated as well. Probably more of like a murky color instead of like so green. Maybe even more blue. Perhaps. That color actually doesn't even look too bad. I like that color. So just remember, this is a combination of colors because underwater we have this very dark color. This is, and then we also have this the opacity dragged down. So it really is an amalgamation of a few things. But yeah, that's what we're rocking with. So I think we should color this foreground stuff here to make things less more readable, less confusing. So I'm thinking honestly we should hide. I'm gonna put this original Vulture down into the sketch layer because I think I have my mind made on this being the better position for him. I don't quite want to delete it, but I'll put it in the sketch folder for now because I'm like 98% sure. The only problem is now there's sort of a readability issue here with this blade of grass, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna straight up erase it, because it's just a blade of grass, I believe. It's nothing crazy. Yeah, just a couple blades of grass. Maybe I can move them to the side, actually. Let's do that, actually, because I'm sure I could find a spot for him.
I don't want any more shooting around here.
So we're just gonna lasso those 2 blades of grass there. And, what is this? Okay, so 2 blades of grass, we'll name it. Awesome. And then where's this color here? Okay. 2 blades color. Wow, I messed that up on both of these. Okay. Anyway, so now we can move these independently from the other grass that was connected, and we'll just probably move it like over here or something, I guess. Which means we will have to mess with the waves a little bit, but obviously we haven't really drawn them yet. We just kind of sketched them, so it's really not that big of a deal. But yeah, I think actually we could even move this a little more up and to the left. Somewhere over here I think looks cool. And it's cool to do things like this because it just adds just a small amount more depth. I think maybe I'll even put it up here, because when things overlap like that, it gives it more dimension, I guess. Anyway, we're gonna take this color here and we're gonna start doing these bushes, and we're gonna do the most front bushes here first. We'll do bush, bush color. And like I said, since these are so much closer, we're gonna make these a lot darker and more saturated. Do something like this, I think. Probably even darker than this tree color here. But I just gotta make sure which bushes we're doing here. So we're doing the most foreground. I think I'm gonna just hide both of these for now, so I don't get confused. Even this one, I might as well just hide, so no lines that are intersecting kind of confuse me and have me drawing a different part than I should. Whoops. Do a little bit of this, a little bit of this. Okay, so that's colored. Let's now worry about these ones, and we'll hide these ones, and then we'll put bush color. Now, I think just right off the bat, I should just make this a little lighter instead of using the same color. It'll be less confusing as well. But before I do that, I'm gonna fix this line because it doesn't follow through. Even though it probably doesn't have to, it probably tucks a little behind the other bush, but that's okay. And be cautious, like if you're ever in a situation like this where you have to sort of trace this very almost unseeable line when there's a background like this behind it. even right there, as you can see, there's this little edge right here. It's very, very easy to miss a little part. Alright, beautiful. Let's do plants. I think these are pretty much just going to be the same color. I'm going to choose this grass color and make it a lot darker. Something like this. We're going to need to draw and color more of this anyway, but we might have to switch this color as well, but it's a good base starting color. Okay. Fill all of these. Just make sure I didn't miss anything up there. And my brush was too thick for to squeeze in these boundaries. Awesome. Okay, now we gotta do 7 more of these leaves or whatever. But yeah, I think my goal for today is that we get all of the drawing, all of the coloring done. And then next time I stream, we're gonna do, whether that's tomorrow or in a few days, because I have work and other things going on during the day. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. But so whether it's Saturday or next week, that's when I'm gonna start. I'm going to start highlights and any other effects and stuff and shadows. Okay, so on this to-do list now, I'm thinking we kind of sketch out the details here. For this, I think we do something like that. even lie though, my computer's acting a little slow. It's starting to get slow. Not a good sign. Alright, let's see. Something looks a little off here. And although, it's fine, tripping. Okay, so now we have details. Kind of put on our to-do list. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like I should add more back here though, like maybe like another kind of horizon or something. Just trying to think of what I should do next here. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of tweaking going on before I start highlights and shadows. Okay, I don't know if I'm even gonna, I have so much stuff to do underwater, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to even finish all that today, all the inking and coloring. Okay, this is what we're gonna do now. I'm going to follow through with lines. I'm gonna sketch first. We're gonna sketch everything that happens underwater. So something like this. Just because I think it's gonna look so cool, like underwater, seeing all the different stuff. I think it's worth it to draw all of it, although it is a pain in the ass.
But I am disposed to forget them.
That is very generous of you, sir.
No, truly. No, truly.
Something like that, something like that. This beat sucks, by the way, I gotta switch it. A lot of honking going outside my house, sorry about that, y'all. A lot of honking, Jesus Christ. I don't understand. OCD. Jesus, man, what is going on? Alright, so, something like that. Kinda gotta follow these lines, see where they lead. Realistically, I'm just gonna draw these under the water layer, because I want these sketches even overlapping the. Okay, why? Oh, I see. I actually put it under the underwater layer too. So now you can see kind of all of this underwater in a sense. Do something like that. And you can kind of make like lines in the ground to kind of match what's going on here. Dude, how did I miss that? Look at that. I got a lot of things I gotta fix up. And now I gotta go all the way down here to get back. We're gonna name this underwater sketch. Oops, dude. Ah. Yeah, I think this piece of art is definitely going to take longer than I originally thought, because the thing is, what I'm doing right now, I'm kind of just sketching underwater, and I was debating whether I should just do that for the final, because all in all it is underwater, but I feel like I should ink and color everything that kind of dips underwater, just because I think it'll look so much better, and I really like how this piece looks and like kind of like the composition of it and everything. So I really think it will be overall a better idea if I just take my time and get it done. The thing is, there's not really a deadline for these things to be dropped. Last year I wanted to make one every week and post it once a week, but this year there's sort of a conflict with all my planning and stuff, so I'm just going to be streaming it for, you know, as long as it takes me, and then posting it later in the year. So I'm thinking that's going to be the move. But yeah, there's just so many blades of grass, so many fucking things to color. It doesn't make sense to try to rush it, really. Something like that. I might have to fix that angle a little, even on the top there. Make this a little more angle here. Like that. Nah, that ain't right either. Somewhere in between. That's good. Yeah, drawing's all fun in games until you run into issues. Certain things. Then it's a pain in the ass, but that's alright. So I'm thinking this will be okay, hold up. A lot of things going on here. So I think this needs to be sort of elevated a little to kind of hold that skeleton right there. So we just elevated the ground. Now I might not fully color everything. I might not fully color anything underwater. I might just kind of use a couple baseline colors. Look at this. You seeing this? I'm a perfectionist, alright? I don't like that. Since this is a root, I'm gonna have it go all the way in to that right away. And then I can make like a little line right here. Alright, this is gonna be a little fucker. Like this, just kind of add a little ground here, partly so I don't have to keep drawing so much, but also because it makes sense. Damn good, actually. Noticing more issues here though. Why? Can't believe y'all let me slip away with that. Okay. Draw some real quick. I still have to draw this little tentacle plant thing, so fungus, spore, whatever. I apologize, I should have did that probably before I started sketching this out. Dude, wow. I don't know how I'm even messing up some of this stuff, to be honest. Guess I'm just in a rush. Alright, let's go back to the underwater here. Let's figure this out. Let's get this done. Let's at least sketch this stuff out. Because at this point, I've been going for 2.5 hours. I might even take a break and restart my stream, perhaps. I don't think that's the vibe. Just see, we'll see. But I do need to eat at some point. I'm gonna skip this song, this shit's kinda cringe. It's crazy though, because the Minecraft playlist so far is the best for what kind of vibe I'm looking for, which is crazy. I don't know if I would say it's amazing though, but yeah, a lot of this is just, all of this is just like following through with lines that I already made. Nothing too crazy. Again, this is just a sketch as well, so even less impressive, but because Vulture's standing right there, we'll add a little ground kind of details there. Add some, kind of like adding like a little, you know, little elevated spots and stuff like that. It's all for the depth. Everything's for depth. This will, we can just extend these lines too. Make a more natural looking. But I mean, let's be real, that sketch looks nice by itself, you know. Obviously I still have to, I'm gonna add that to the to-do also, because I need to fix, Vulture's, let me write it up here. I'm gonna have to redraw Vulture to fix his outline, which sucks, but it is what it is. And honestly, I might have to redraw the new Machi as well. Just because he seems so small. We'll see. I'll just add it for now. Yeah, I definitely lied. I'm already kind of getting burnt out. And I really didn't get as much done as I'd like to. Let's start tweaking colors though. Let me get rid of here. Let's tweak colors and let's get this done real quick. So we're gonna do this first. And I'm just gonna make sure that's the right layer. Cool. Beautiful. Alright, let's get this to-do layer, erase this. Awesome, beautiful. Let's color this in. Okay, go this layer. Pretty solid, pretty amazing, pretty beautiful. And I'm just going to also do this. this, do this, do this, do this. So I don't forget. Not that I think I would, but. Alright. Got that done. Let's start tweaking colors. Let's hide the to-do layer once again. Now I don't like how bright a lot of these dirt colors are. This wood color, this rock color. These rock colors I kind of like, but I feel like this one should be darker. So I think I'm gonna do that. Which also means I'm gonna make the lichen color darker. I think. Honestly, I kind of want to make it pretty dark. I think I'm gonna do something like that. Okay, beautiful, awesome, swag, sick. Let's bring this down. That looks pretty nice, okay. See, when you have everything else to look at for context, it makes things a lot easier. Now, I was kind of going in thinking this is going to be more like dirt, but obviously we're in a swamp, it's going to be a lot more like mud. So I'm thinking something like this, honestly. But less saturated, more like grimy, I guess. This is also closer to the foreground, so it is going to be darker naturally. But I think what we're gonna do is, well, let's edit this grass color too, because we need to make this darker as well, and probably less saturated. That looks pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna take this color, and now we are going to make a new layer above this dirt, fill it in with this color, merge down. And now we are going to make it lighter. We'll go +5 lighter. And then we'll just kind of keep the same energy with this. Create a clipping mask. Fill that in. And then once again make this +5 lighter. So that's pretty solid. Okay, since we still have this grass color selected, let's just fill this stuff in here. We'll merge down right away. Image. So because this is this color, not this color, we might want to make it +10 lighter, or at least something above +5. I think +10 looks pretty decent. Let's try +7. No. We'll do +7. I don't want it too bright. Now we're just gonna grab this color and make this the same. Merge that down. Let's grab this color. Create a clipping mask. Fill that in. And then because we made that +7, not +10, we're gonna +2 on the lightness. Let's merge this down first though. So hue saturation +2, pardon my voice crack. And then we're just gonna steal this color. Create a clipping mask, fill this in, merge down. That should all be super solid. Now I feel like this wood color is a lot brighter than it should be. So we're gonna bring this down. Might have to desaturate it a little bit. Honestly, if we made it this color, it'd probably be pretty good, but maybe I want to make it real dark. Something like that. Make this moss darker, of course. less saturated as well. Alright, less saturated, maybe brighter though. Maybe I edit the hue even. Maybe I make it more like yellowy. I like that. Let's take the saturation down even more though. No, I'll put it, do that, make it a little lighter. I like that. That's cool. What I usually do when I make art is I save like different, I guess, pieces of progress. I forgot to do that when I first inked it, and I forgot to do it when I started this stream when most of it was colored. Maybe not when I started, but when I got most of it colored. I'm gonna save one now though, and then maybe I can try to get one later from the VOD or something of the previous versions. But at the moment, I actually don't even. Oh yeah, I do. Let's name this Numachi. Let's name it. No, I'll name it Numachi 1. So I'm just saving that as a JPEG. I also want to mention, because I used to not do this, and I started doing this because I was unaware. When you save a project, sorry, my headphones, my wired headphones, because I'm a boomer, came out. When you save a project, or when you save like a JPEG or a PNG, you should really not use the export tab, which is what I typically used. You should do save as, and then you save it as a PNG or a JPEG. And the reason for that is because when you save it that way, it preserves the DPI, which I was unaware of. Like, if you export it at 300 DPI, it actually exports it at I think it says 96 DPI, but essentially 72 DPI, which is for digital. So if you want to print something, that doesn't look as good. So it is pretty annoying that it does that. I don't get why it does that, but now we know. At least I know. I didn't know before, and now I do. So let's see, what else do we have to do here? I'm feeling the gloomy vibe. Let's try to bring this down a little bit, perhaps. See what that looks like. Let's keep it at this for now. That looks pretty decent. Like I said, I might add more back here, but I'm not sure. Not sure yet. Yeah, I think the Numachi though is very, very hard to kind of discern. Unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to do something. Maybe put them here or something, make them bigger. I don't know. Add some tall grass or something for him to hide behind. It does need work. It does need work. I think that is an issue. But on the bright side, you know what? I think Vulture's legs need to be longer anyway. So when we redraw him, at least, we could fix that right away. I think it's just his thighs are like really short, and his arms are kind of short too. So I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. I am making this a lot more complicated than it should have been. And that is annoying. I think I should also bring these past. So we're gonna go to the to-do layer, do a little something. Just kind of add these into the water here. Go back to the sketch layer, underwater sketch layer. Kind of add all those details as well, kind of deeper into the water. Cool, nothing crazy, nothing crazy. Let's go back to the to-do layer. Let's just add all this here. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do right now. We are going to add details to these foreground plants here, and then we're gonna do the water lines. And yeah, see what we do from there. Separate layer. So do something like this. It's wild though, because I've made so many pieces of art over the last few years in this similar kind of vein, and I always think I'm gonna have everything down like right away and not have issues because I've already learned from those mistakes. But sometimes you just you think you have something correct the first time and it's just not. And I don't know if I'm alone in that. I don't know if it's just because I'm not, I guess, as professionally trained as I should be to be a professional artist or anything. Because I'm really not a professional, I would say, but we're gonna name these stems, I guess. I don't know. But I do find myself in a lot of pitfalls, unfortunately, which is not fun. So I'm thinking we do something like this. But yeah, I think I'm gonna figure out all these foreground things, all the details, color in these stem parts here, erase the to-do, do all the water lines, and then I'm probably gonna get off to eat, guys. So I apologize I didn't get everything I wanted to get done today because there's sort of more layers unfolding in front of my eyes. Maybe I'll try to ink all the underwater stuff before I go, but we'll see. So I think that would be a good way to start next week's stream, I guess. Just being able to start coloring in all of that might be nice.
Nice love and nasty love, spiritual love and material love.
I was certainly holding the shift key, but it was not doing anything. this. Let's start with this. And then do that. And that happened again. It is tweaking a little bit. Why is it doing that? Like, I know my computer's not probably running too great, but that seems like it's really not that big of an issue, big of a thing to kind of do. But yeah, I'm holding the shift key once again to kind of just get straight lines here. Nothing crazy. But if you don't know, now you know. Why is it doing that? Yeah, I was for sure holding shift. It's just tweaking. Being very, very annoying. Okay, we got all that done. Let's go to the to-do layer once again. Let's hide or erase all this. Do not need that anymore. Better just adding that kind of stuff. Let's just go ahead and add a brighter color right away. Stem color, I guess. Oh, I see. That's what I did wrong. Okay. So anyway, we're gonna grab this color, make it brighter, make it yeah, I'll just do this. Made it a little more saturated. Again, we could fix the colors if we need to. I think we'll be alright, but might even add like a couple little tiny like tears in the leaves and stuff. I think that'll make it look more realistic. That's what I usually do for when I draw plants like this. My OCD. Alright, beautiful, beautiful. Let's once again go ahead and draw these stems. I think those are the only two that I haven't drawn yet. So, awesome. Stems, details, and then we'll just put that right there. Erase the to-do right away. Oh, I forgot to draw the details. 1 second. Let me get this shit. Something crazy and put a curved line there. I know that's kind of crazy. Do something more like that. now we're gonna go to the to-do. And get rid of that. And get rid of this. Okay, Control S to save. Alright, now we're gonna do stem color. Before I forget to do that, because I will. Done. Beautiful. I guess I might as well just do some bush details real quick as well. Nothing crazy. Probably just something like that, and then the other bushes as well. Start here. Swag. Let's get this popping a little more. I like that right there. We gotta do something more like oh, that looks stupid. Maybe one of these. Uh-oh, gotta post on Instagram. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you guys get to watch me do it live. Uh-oh, what am I dropping? Something kind of cool. Better go on Instagram right now. Whoops, almost posted the wrong thing. Like, nothing, dude. Let's see. Alright, we got the bushes, we got all the foreground plants and stuff. Oh man, alright. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna do the water lines. I think the water lines are gonna be what I do right now. So I'm actually gonna draw these in white. Why is this taking so long to post, bro? Am I on the wrong Wi-Fi? No. Shit's taking forever, bruh. Anyway.
So what I was saying was I'm going to start these water lines.
And I'm actually gonna... Here, I'm gonna drag both of these. Whoops. Come on, bruh. Let's get schmoving. Let's put this right here. Water ripples. sketch anything over here. Almost wonder, I feel like I should definitely make these lines at least a little smaller, maybe like a 7-pointer, 7-pixel brush. Probably taking so long to post because I'm streaming low key. Probably using a lot of bandwidth, but it is still posting. That's crazy. But yeah, I gotta kind of work around this stuff here too, which I should have drawn, but. Alright, it's officially up. Everybody look at my new Instagram post. But I throw it on my story as well, boy. We have reached 3 hours, folks. Alright, I need to fix this a little bit. It looks a little hokey. Looks fine. A little more precise, I suppose. I take my water lines very seriously, bro. I take them very seriously. Fix that there. definitely got to worry about like the borders first, so that's where we at. Start at the borders of the things that are in the water, and then you kind of go broader and broader around them. Once again, I apologize for being on my phone while I post, but if you're watching, please show some love on my Instagram. Maybe buy a shirt now, you know? Maybe save some money for the next drop and buy one. I don't know. Who's to say? Let's see here. Let's make this go around. So anyway, yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna do the water. I might stream later today even, and maybe kind of work on stuff underwater, but I'm gonna say probably not gonna do that. But I do want to get this water done. Kind of like a little figure eight. Little part is kind of time consuming though, I can't lie. I like doing water though, because I think the water ripples look really cool. I like the way that I do them. One of the things I'm most confident about with my art is my water ripples. say I got about like 15% done of it, maybe a little less than that. It's taking some time, for sure. I feel like I should stay away from this area because I still have to figure out. Oh, I could just kind of do something like this. I think that's pretty solid. This looks like this is about to look like a fidget spinner. Also kind of helps if you think about like which way the water's moving. I didn't really think about that too much. I guess in my head it was kind of like the water's pretty still, so it's kind of just moving back and forth very slightly. But I mean, just things you can keep in mind. I also try to, whenever there's like a unclosed gap there, I try to close it with like the next, I guess, like layer of ripples. I feel like it looks more natural that way. I don't know why. Obviously not every time, because I do it there, but you know, I guess what's more natural than shit being random. But yeah, like here, this would be pretty natural for like any kind of flow of water. Maybe you could make like the water go like that. But once you get past like this kind of section, you could go like this. Like maybe it goes, you know, around like that. I think I'm just gonna kind of keep it like kind of just circling these. But again, it kind of continues to circle a little bit, but I think it's broader. So it's like kind of got a beat in the middle here. Kind of like a long one right there. Maybe not. Maybe I'll do more like up back here. One thing I will promise right now is that this is gonna be a banger. I'm not gonna half-ass it, because although I am getting a little, I mean, right now, because I'm doing something different than I have been doing, kind of adding more and more and more. I'm kind of just doing the water ripples. I'm not as burnt out right now, but I mean, by the end of me doing water ripples, I'm sure I will be, because there's a lot of details to add, that's for sure. But I'm gonna make a banger. I promise that. I just won't. I won't rush it, you know. Force myself to burn myself out. I'll just get to it when I can. But I am getting hungry. I am indeed getting hungry. And this water is taking longer than I thought. Maybe the water could start, I guess, picking up and going downstream more so over here. kind of meets in the middle. Oh man. Let's see. Let's get this one cracking. These cracking. Close right here. I think I'm gonna just erase these and try this over. Kind of connect the two. All this stuff is really close together, I suppose. Man, this is potentially gonna get messy here. Okay, thinking something like this, something like that. Something like this, something like that. I mean, when it gets messy like that, it doesn't even really matter that much, to be honest. Kind of just turns into a wave pool, it seems. Sometimes you just gotta crack your fingers, man. Something like that, something like that, something like that. gonna fix this a little bit. This is a little hokey. A little ugly. Do something more like this. Okay, say this. We're getting there, folks. We're like still only like 50% done with it, 50-60%. Probably more. 65. This is taking a long time though, that is for sure. It's gonna look really cool when I speed up the video and post it in a few months. Alright. Definitely adding more detail to this water than I intended to in the beginning. Probably just because there's so much stuff in the water, and so the ripples kind of just bounce off everything. But I definitely did not think I was going to be adding this many ripples for sure. I also was going to use a thicker brush, so that's another thing. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. this done. Alright, let's fill this in real quick. Let's just let's make this more horizontal. Something like that, something like this, something like this. I guess it's important to add that like when the lines are more straight, obviously in the water they're moving faster, so the lines become, the waves become longer because they don't get interrupted by objects, I guess. So I'm thinking we do how long is this beat? Sounds like the chicken dance. Thought it did it, then it just keeps going, and it's like in 3/4 or something. It's like really weird. Bro, there's no way it's still going. Alright, hold on, we're switching it. Bro, that's crazy. I keep thinking it's gonna stop, but it just keeps going. This one might be clipping a little bit, but that's alright. Alright, we're almost done, folks. We really got it down to a science at this point. We just got this little corner at the end here. I'm gonna start here. Whoops. Something like that, do a little something like that. grass over here. Can't really. Get anything forming. Do something like that. Let's see here. Okay, let's follow that a little closer. Yeah. And maybe kind of get some loops going here and here. Do that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Do quick one of those. Alright guys, so on our to-do list here, we have officially, let's bring the opacity all the way up so you can see what's going on here. We've officially got all the water lines done, so we are done in that front. So we can erase all of this. And now look. We have these water lines, of course they're very, very white. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna bring it down to like 20 opacity. I think that's pretty solid, maybe even less, maybe 15. And those are our water lines, folks. Oh, that was a lot of work. Oh, dude, I might even bring it down more. Should I bring it down to 10? We did all that just to bring it down to make it barely even noticeable. I think it looks good though. So we're gonna say this is a new version just because I'm probably gonna dip, so we're just gonna put it in the Numachi folder, Numachi 2 as a JPEG. Alright, so let's go back to our to-do. Think about what we need to do here. We have to redraw Vulture and the Numachi. We also need to fix this little thing. I should probably fix that before I leave, but I don't think I'm going to. I'll do it next time. But yeah, we need to do shadows, highlights, fog effects. We're probably gonna have to redraw Vulture, put part of his legs underwater there. I'll show you guys real quick what it's gonna look like. But this is not gonna be the final version. Okay, where's Vulture at? So we're gonna copy, Shift V. We're just gonna merge group for now. We're gonna hide this first version. Okay, let's just see. So these lines right here are where we're gonna basically cut Vulture. Those two ripples there. Beautiful. Okay, then these are his legs. And again, I'm just showing you guys real quick, not the final. But we're gonna put this under. We're gonna put this in the water tab and then put it, whoops, under the water. So it'll look like that, basically. Again, not the final, but it's gonna look really close to that. So anyway, I'm gonna take this to-do off. I'm gonna control save once again. next time we're definitely gonna draw and probably color in all the underwater stuff. And then yeah, maybe we'll get to the shadows and highlights and stuff. Maybe we'll do some more stuff with the background, some fog effects and stuff. But yeah, I'm thinking that might be the stream after next, because we do have a lot to draw and color in under here. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna call it there, folks. 3.5 hour stream. Maybe next time longer. Depends on when I stream next. But appreciate anyone who tuned in. Thank you for coming in. Hope you guys learned something. I'm gonna go eat some food. So peace.